Hey guys, greetings and salutations. I came here today. Normally I do my witchy woo woo videos. Today I've been having a lot of affirmations and I've been having a lot of different things just sticking out to me like sore thumbs. And when I've been giving weekly readings and different things like that, things have been sticking out to me about negative people, toxic people. And I'm like, you know what? It's time to give people some good advice on how to avoid toxic people. And now it's time to do a little storytelling of my own. And it's going to be a quick one because I can do lengthy story times. People sometimes roll their eyes and they're just like, great, Tabitha's going on a bender, Flames is going on a bender. And no, I'm not really wanting to go on a long bender, but I'm not throwing out no names because I don't want, people trying to protect me or my family and thinking, let's go, torching people's houses or trying to go and attack people or whatever have you. Um, the thing is with toxic people and negative people is sometimes, like people like myself, we want to help people, and sometimes going against our own feelings and our own gut feelings. Like when I met the worst person I think to date, and it's the biggest lesson of my life to date right now. And this person has actually sold things out of my home to date, and they've done messed up things to date. And I should have went with my gut feeling because when I first met this person, I told my mom I did not like this individual because this person was very rude to me. They said some messed up things about me to my mom. They misjudged me really bad, and they acted very ignorant. They were very loud. They were very, very, and I like obnoxious, don't get me wrong, because I'm highly obnoxious. I'm loud and I'm proud, and I just don't really care. That's just my whole aesthetic. I like having fun, and I promote if you're going to be yourself, love yourself. Self love is the best thing you can do. And don't care what anybody else says because people are going to be haters no matter what. And so don't let no one rain on your sunshine. Don't let no one dampen your rainbow or your shine, because if you do, then you're going to just let all that negativity in. And this is where the toxic person brought in their toxicness. And I'm still trying to smoke out all the toxicness this person brought in. And this person was as toxic as could be. And I tried to go out of my way, excessively out of my way, to do everything to help. And the thing is, I kept making excuses for this individual because I felt bad for situations and family of this individual's said family, and my guilt, because I felt guilty, like I owed this individual something. And let me explain. We as people, we don't owe nobody anything. Okay? Only person we owe anything to is ourselves and maybe to our own family. That's it. Anybody else, we don't owe nothing to. Okay? This individual has literally taken things out of my home. This person, I've had their back. I've done a lot of things for that they really didn't deserve. This ain't, I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, I'm just so great. No, that's not what this is about. This is about someone being so toxic to where they literally were going back and forth between talking trash to say, oh, guess what? Blah, 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 to one person. And oh, guess what? Blah, 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 to another person. And this is when someone is so manipulative and so just not used to having an actual functioning home, that out of possible jealousy, they try to destroy an actual big family, that actually, where there's a mother and a father, like my husband and me, mother and a father in a home with kids, and it's a working home, and we're close. And because, as said, they didn't have a functioning home for their own. And it's like, it makes me upset because I cheer on people's successes. I actually am happy for others. And when people are having their failures, I literally go to them and I tell them, hey, look at your darkness and take note from it and take something positive from your darkness. Always take something positive from it and see light in it, because with that darkness, there's a lesson in it. I always try to uplift someone, even in my own darkness. Even though I'm crying, I'm upset, I'm in a very bad place, I eventually get over it, and I get better. And that's what I try to teach to my two sons. It's the message that I help my mom with. It's a message that I help my husband with, and it's a message that I embed in myself. And you know, it's what is my foundation that my grandfather had brought me up having. And it's like this individual would sit there and act as if they wanted my family to be together, but then it felt like they were trying to pit us against each other sometimes. And I'm like, okay, all right. And this is where I'm talking about toxic people. When you have someone like that in your life, regardless of your guilt and regardless of friendship, regardless of commitment, regardless of whatever you feel like you owe an individual, if it comes between whatever you have that you feel like you have held to someone and you feel guilt, you need to stop and think if you have other, like, bigger commitments to your family or bigger commitments to yourself. If it's weighing in on you, you need to put yourself first and be like, you know what, I don't need this, and cut that person off, because it's ridiculous. It really is, because it's like you don't need to sit there and brutalize yourself or abuse yourself for nothing. Because I sat there, and I am literally a mentor to a lot of people, and I give my time to a lot of people. I don't have to do this. I do this because I care. I do this because I love people. I do this because I want to help people. And in a sense, I'm almost like a life coach. In a sense, I'm a cheerleader for a lot of people. And I'm, like I said, I am a teacher. I pride myself on that. And to be where I am, it's taken me a lot. I've forgiven a lot of people. This individual, I have a lot of resentment towards them. Do I hate this person? Hate's a strong word. I always say hate's a very strong word. I hate objects. I don't hate a person. This person, this this person, I reserve a lot of resentment for, because how bad they've hurt my family, how bad they've hurt me, And the backstabbing, the stealing, the lying, and as much as I've had to put up with, they could not be honest with me. And this is where I wanted to make this video and show people of what you don't need to put yourself through. If a friend is a friend, they wouldn't sit there and lie to you to your face. They would not be confident in lying to you and sit there and keep on lying to you and be like, okay, I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. A lover wouldn't sit there and be, I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. A family member, I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. Whatever the case is with whomever you're dealing with that is toxic, whomever you need to cut out of your life, no matter whoever it is, they've bred in your mind, even if it is family, you don't have to put up with a negative family member. No, you don't have to put up with a negative lover. No, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Your soulmate, a true soulmate, regardless, your twin flame, whatever you want to call it, they're not going to sit there and put you through that. A true friend is going to have your back, is going to want to share in your success. What I mean by share in your success, they're going to want to share in your happiness, not share in your unhappiness. They're going to want to see you more happy than sad and depressed and down and in the ruts and digging in the barrel of an unhappiness. And a couple of individuals that I've had to let go, that's all they've ever wanted to do. And this last person I let go, that is all they'd ever done to me. And it's taught me in my life that, when I get a gut feeling about someone, I'm going to stick my ground. Because, like I told my mom about this individual, that, I didn't like this person. Because this person, from the get-go, was talking trash about me. And this person didn't know me from Adam just because I came in being myself. Sorry, the computer was shaking. I'm dusting off crumbs and I got to sweep the floor in a minute. But it was pouring outside. I get excited when it rains because I love the rain. And it was getting crazy, crazy weather. And we were getting ready to go pick up my kids. And I came in, I was amped up. It was really pouring, and I was just all giddy as all get up. And this individual was sitting there thinking I was like on some severe drugs because I was feeding off the storm. And what I mean by feeding, me being an energy vampire with weather, and even as a pagan, I draw off nature and certain weather types, like if it's raining, it's cloudy, full moon, certain type of moon quarters, I feed off of certain energies that I could take from and I can energize myself from, especially when it's downpouring, thunder cracking. I get wired, I get wild, and it's erotic for me and I enjoy it. And it's a high. It very much is. It's a natural state of high, and it's invigorating, and I love it. And I guess that's part of my native roots in a sense. But this person, instead of asking my mom why is she like that, they just flat out and thought, oh, this person must be on crack. Oh, this person must be on really bad methamphetamines. As opposed as everyone else has misjudged me right then and there, I should have been like, you know what? I'm never going to be this person's friend ever. And this is what I'm trying to tell people. When people misjudge you right away, don't ever be those people's friends, because that's showing you right then and there what sort of person they are. If they misjudge you from the get-go, that's telling you that they're not going to be open-minded, that they're going to be that type of person. Yeah, people change, but if they're quick to jump to an assumption right away, they're always going to be able to jump to that quick assumption. It's always going to be that quick assumption all the time. 9 times out of 10, they'll sit there and say they change, but it's a fake change. It's just trying to keep you there because they don't want to be alone, because they're alone most of the time, because a lot of people get tired of their BS, because a lot of those people are normally the same. They feed you some sort of phenomenal story to keep you intrigued by them, so you stick with them, and you start researching, and then you find out you're lying to me. What the heck? And I was lied to a good bit. And it's whatever. I really don't care. Because like I said, this person ain't in my life no more, and this person will never be in my life again, ever again. And I don't want nothing back that this person took from me. It's not about that. The principle of the matter is this person had the nerve to lie to me as a friend. That's a road and a bridge you don't cross. You don't steal from a friend. You don't lie to a friend. Those are two bridges you don't cross. You don't abuse a friend's child. You don't trash talk a friend's child. I shouldn't sit there and have to stand up to a supposed friend and tell you, hey, I don't like the way you're talking to my kids. Hey, I don't like the way you're mistreating my kids. Hey, can you quit talking to my kids that way? I was more respectful to this individual's kids than they were to mine, including grandkids. And I'm sitting there wondering, why was I this person's friend as long as I was? Pity, maybe. Felt sorry for them, maybe. But in the end, it shows how I really am. It shows my true colors, that I'm a good individual, that I give people a benefit of a doubt, that I don't jump the gun, that I have a good heart, that I'm willing to give someone a benefit of a doubt, that instead of whooping someone's ass like I should have, especially putting their hands on my children and talking down to my children, I should have whooped their ass right then and there. I didn't. I was like, you know what? I'm going to let it go. Because you know what? It's going to come back to them. Because it's going to haunt this person for the rest of their life. And I'm not going to say nothing. Because, my kids are smart alecks. Yes. And I raised them to be that way. Because they've had a rough start in life. They've had enough of people disrespect them. And I've taught my kids to have quick wits for a reason. And if my kid smarts off 9 times out of 10, they're really feeling that someone's coming at them in a wrong way, and they get sarcastic, and I tell them that they need to calm down the sarcasm to -0, because my children amp it up. They have my mouth. Sometimes I wish they didn't, but they have my attitude. And that's what this individual did not understand, that my kids have my attitude. And my children really did not like this person. And I knew my children didn't like this person. And I tried to get my kids to be understandable, and they told me why they didn't like the individual. It took me some time. And see, this is why I wanted to make this video. So other people that try to go through this situation or even defend an individual like what I did, don't. Take your kids' advice. Take your spouse's advice. Get rid of the person. Because it's not worth your family going through it. Because it's a toxic individual. Because you'll lose more time from your family. Your family will go through more drama. And, you know, it ain't really the stuff that I lost. I can easily replace that stuff. I'm not worried about it. You know, if that person really felt that they needed to steal from me because they don't know how to get out and get a real job, that's fine. I'm okay with that. You know, they could have asked me for it and I would have gave it to them. It was no big thing because my husband works a good job and I'm humble. I have no problem. I give people stuff all the time. It ain't no thing. I am humble like that. But the fact of the matter is they had to sneak around and steal from me instead of asking. That's the fact of the matter. The fact of the matter is my kids felt that I wasn't defending them. I wasn't sticking up for them. I wasn't doing my job as a mom. I wasn't doing my job as a friend to my husband or as a wife. My husband didn't like her. And yes, it was a her. Thing is I went through a ringer with this individual. No one or no family or no individual or no group of people as individuals, as friends or groups or whatever should have to go through this because toxic people, they need help. And I try to help this one said individual. My help wasn't what they needed, evidently, because I was giving them good advice and they didn't want to take it because I was younger than them and they thought they knew everything. They were a know it all. That's another thing about toxic individuals. They're know it alls. You can't tell them anything, they know everything. So, mass manipulative people, they're liars, they're thieves, they're know it alls. They don't care if they hurt you. They pretend they care to make you feel bad and make you feel guilty. So they make you feel like you've done something wrong. So you'll let them back, or they sit there just to make you feel guilty the whole time. So you're haunted by your mistake. Um, am I haunted? No. I wanted to make this video so others don't have to go through what I did because I think it's bullcrap that there's people out there that do this constantly, that get by with doing this, and no one actually says anything. And it's actually okay that there's a large population of people that are like this, that just sit by. A lot of people actually work jobs and have this behavior at the jobs, sit on their butts, do absolutely nothing, and get paid. They don't do nothing. And they cry and whine and bicker and moan and they get paid. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then they cry. They don't understand why people don't want to hire them. They want to just sit on their butts and get paid. And I'm like, seriously? You know, me with what I'm doing here with this YouTube platform, I'm going to go ahead and start doing different things with the channel. Um, I'm not going to use it as an income base, but I will promote certain things I am doing, yes. But my Patreon is going to be my main thing where I'm going to be making my money at. I'm just doing YouTube as a vocal point to voice my paganism, my spirituality, guidance, sometimes makeup tutorials, which I'll be doing that later on to do down the road. Advice, unboxing, different things like that. But it's just for fun. You know, that's why I wanted to go ahead and do YouTube. It's something I was actually passionate about a while back, but I was kind of scared because I didn't think people would receive me quite well. And I'm not popular yet, but I may never be. But I'm not going to give up on trying to be a YouTuber yet. And I'm quite old. I'm 38. So, you know, better late than never. Um, but I wanted to put this video up today. Um, so if only like maybe 10 people watch this video, maybe 10 people will get the message, and it'll save 10 people of having to go through the same mistake that I had to go through, because it was painful to my family. It was painful to me. And, like they say, if I could get in a time machine, I would go back and do it different. If I could go back in time, I would go back and I would tell my mom not to give this individual a chance, not to even open our doors to this individual, and just change things a little bit up. And yeah, because this person thinks that, they affected our lives so big, and that, we couldn't do nothing without them, that our lives were so great because they were in our lives. And I'm like, honey, no. Mm-mm. I'm the one that kind of helped get my family where we are. I'm the one that took a stand for my family. I'm literally the trailblazer for my family. I'm the one that literally put my foot down hard in the ground and planted the flag for my family and got my family where they are. So if anybody is responsible for where my family is, it is me. So no one's going to take that credit from anybody but myself. So I'm not going to have anybody trying to sit here and talk any type of jazz and say, or try to take my credit from me. So it's whatever. um, so if anybody out there is dealing with someone that's toxic, that's trying to make you feel like you're nothing without them, you need them, your world couldn't coexist without them, that they literally make your world go round, that, you know, you couldn't live without their advice, get rid of them. You could do far better without them. You would feel better. You're going to feel like you need to run back to them, that you feel this emptiness. It's going to take you a while. They're literally like poison in your veins. It's literally like you're shooting wolf's bane in your veins. And it's going to take a while to detox. You're literally toxins. You're like breathing in like venomous smog, and you're literally going to have to take some time to get that out of your system. Me, when I get rid of toxins, I'm just like I'm inhaling, I'm enjoying getting that gone, because me, I can't wait to get rid of it. But other people, it's detoxing is just like getting drugs out of your system for the first time. You're literally like throwing up, got the shivers, got the shakes, you're like got the chills, you got the cold night sweats. A lot of people actually kind of detox like that, believe it or not. And it's kind of creepy in a weird way, but it gets better once you get them out of your life, to tell you the truth, because then you'll start feeling better. You'll actually start feeling good. You'll actually start looking like your mornings, you'll actually like, you know what? Today actually will be a good day. I feel good about today. I'm kind of hopeful. I feel like I can go out and accomplish something positive today. And you'll go out, you might meet a few new people, you might have like a really good conversation, and might make a few new friends, go hang out with them, and have a few non-alcoholic drinks. Me, only reason why I say non-alcoholic, I do drink a couple alcoholic drinks here and there, but it's like once in a blue moon. But I'm kind of like, I really don't like drinking all that much, because I actually had alcohol poisoning a few times out of anger with some friends. Yeah, not my greatest achievement. So yeah, there's that. That really sucked on the Richter scale. Had the fever. Uh, couldn't hardly hear for about a week and a half. That was great. Um, throwing up for like 3 days. Didn't get my stomach pumped. I thought I was going to have to go out to the hospital, but kind of did it at home. It was terrific. I can't say it enough. So it got me the first time I got alcohol poisoning, that was that. And then the second time, that was enough. That's when I started drawing my line, and I was like, you know what? I need to get better friends at the moment, because at that time, a lot of my friends wanted to go out and hang out at bars. And I was like, you know what? Let's go hang out at the movies. Let's go hang out at antique stores. Let's go to the bookstores. And a lot of my friends didn't want to do stuff like that because I was like, I was a binge drinker. I was like one of the most dangerous drinkers. And believe it or not, a lot of my friends thought they could outdrink me. I actually put a lot of them under the tables because I could drink whole bottles. And they didn't really see how much I was drinking. I was drinking more than they were. So they thought they were out drinking me. They really weren't. um, so that's why I was like, you know what, I need to stop because I was actually in a lot of pain. A lot of my friends, I wasn't telling them a lot of things that were going on with me. I was only telling them little bits what was going on at home. My best friend that I've had for a while, and she's like my sister. There's still some stories she still doesn't know of things that's happened in the past. I only told her tidbits because if she knew what was really going on at that time, she probably would have killed my mom's ex-husband. Um, so I really didn't relay too much because I didn't want her going to jail. So there's a lot of things I had to leave out for safety reasons of my bestest best friend, which, you know, things had to change for reasons. Growth, progression, people change, rearrange, come back. Everything happens for a rhyme and a reason and a season and a time and lapse and yeah. So it works out. And I had to be patient. And to me, I would rather smoke CBD and marry Jwana because with that, you can't OD on that because you get to a certain limit and you pass out. So you can't overdo it. There's no way. It's pretty much safe. That's what I like about it. You can't OD. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to help as much people as I can. I want to reach out to as many people as I can. And through my painful experiences, shedding my chaotic layers of neurotic flesh that I've had to occur through my pain, I would share with you all and let you know what I've had gone through. And through my pain, someone can gain knowledge. So through that pain, it was worth it in the end. So that's how I see it. And I've gained knowledge so I could teach my children, my grandchildren, great niece and nephews, so on and so forth, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. um, so I hope someone does get some good learning from this because, you don't need someone trying to hold that painful things against you. If you mean well and you love someone and you're trying to help someone and then they're sitting there trying to make you feel guilty because you're doing the right thing and they're not meeting you halfway and they're not even meeting you an inch of a way and they keep doing messed up things and they're constantly putting your family down, they're hurting your family, they're hurting you, they're belittling you, and they're not making any attempt to change. They're not making any attempt to do anything positive or anything good. Get rid of them. Better yourself, better your life, better your expectations. Do something good for you. And it's not being conceited or anything else like that. It's bettering your self life expectations. That's all it is you're bettering your life expectations. and you're bettering your life experiences. That's all you're doing is you're taking care of your number one player, like Cat Williams says. You got to look out for number one sometimes. And that's not being, you know, conceited, or you're not being what's that one word I'm thinking of? You're not being self-indulgent or anything else like that. If someone is, you know, being a mass manipulator, and they're doing messed up things, then you have to get rid of them. And that's actually looking out for yourself. That's looking out for other people that's in your life. Because if that person is doing that and they get around your other friends, your other family members, think what they're going to do to them. It could be worse. They can embarrass you. They could say something to your family. They could really hurt your family, or even hurt someone close to you. Like they could even hurt, like, say, if it's a guy that introduced his friend to his fiance, and this person's a mass manipulator or something else like that, and they try to get with his fiance and sleep with her. Guess what? That's ruined now. That's why I'm sharing this, so someone gets food for thought and food for knowledge. And yeah, I could have shortened it up in a sense of speaking, but I stretch it out to give more knowledge and thought, because I like putting more into my teachings and my stories, so people be like, oh, okay. Because I feel that they do it so short, there's no kindness in there, there's no emotion in there, there's no heart into it. And I put heart into everything I do. So I hope that doesn't deter anyone from my lessons or anything that I do. I hope it encourages people to watch it. So I'm going to end the video. I hope y'all enjoy it. And anybody who watches it, if you can like and subscribe. And I hope y'all have a good one. And remember, today is a blessing. Tomorrow's not given. So make sure you live for today and you be thankful for it. And each morning you wake up, you thank the goddess and the gods, because it's always a gift. And never think of it as a curse, because it's a blessing either way. And take each day for what it is, because each breath you're given, it is it is a blessing and a present. So take it for what it is, and not think of it as something bad and something horrible. So think of it as something precious, because it really is. All right. I will see all you beautiful people later. Bye. End.